Randall Mills, I am so excited to have you today. A very, very special guest today. You've been in the business for 13 years. You have many millions of dollars in the bank account. I won't say the number. You did over 162 units in your second year in the business. You've netted over $1 million in personal income multiple years. And this is so close to my heart. You are currently running Core Coaching. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh man, I appreciate it. And thanks for the bragging on that. And the thing is, man, guys, netting over $1 million a year is not a bragging number. It's a validation number. It's a validation number for the program and what we do. Because again, 13 years ago, I came out of commercial banking, and guys, I was broke. I was over $500,000 in debt, unsecured, not mortgage debt, like dumb debt, like 350 credit line, 100,000 signature line, 55 grand in credit card debt. I mean, I was broke. And because, residential fell in 8 to 10, commercial fell from 10 to 12. So I came out, man, I was in trouble. And a great guy, Greg Gale, one of our level 3 coaches, was a residential lender at the time in the program. And he goes, yeah, I'll get you in the program and everything else. And man, Sam, I went to go interview for my job at his company. I got denied the job. I got told no. I was, I figured I had this big resume with SVP and EVP of all the commercial stuff, everything I did. And they said, you don't have residential lending background. You don't have any realtors. You're doing nothing. So I had to have Greg and another friend in the company literally go to the regional manager and say, just give the guy a job. And here's the funny thing, man. The big producers have the window offices. Like I see you have a window. We have windows, big producers, right? The smaller producers have the interior offices, and then the cubicles down the center, they're for the support staff. I got the desk pushed up against the wall behind the cubicles. You ever see Office Space? Brother, I was Milton from Office Space, and to prove it, here's the red swing line stapler that I keep on my desk as a reminder. Because one of my title reps gave this to me because my first meeting with them, we're literally sitting on the floor in the corner, and we're both just sitting in chairs looking at each other, not in an office or a conference room, sitting on an open floor, having a meeting. He just laughed, and he came back a week later. He goes, man, you deserve this. So I gutted it out in a time, but I knew I had a small runway, and I was blessed to be able to find the core and have Greg support me to get me into it. So yeah, it's been a crazy story and a crazy journey on this.
That is so crazy. And what I love about Core is that you're actually not a unique story in Core. You are one of the many people who was struggling.
I'm special. I'm unique. No, you're right. I'm not. This is a common story. I mean, there's over 3,000, like 3,400, whatever the number is, millionaires because of the core. Like they have $1 million in the bank. They picked up this, like I say, the second comma. The first one hard. The second one, over 3,000, over 700 plus net $1 million earned in a year. And they did it multiple times. So it's not just 700 times. 700. That's a testament to the program. I mean, it's been great. You're around it. The whole core program, all that stuff. It's real deal.
Yeah, for people that don't know, I was also in Core. I never netted $1 million, but I did become a millionaire because of Core.
And that's really the thing, man. That's to say it. It's even weird to say it sometimes, right? I mean, you can say it in the right circles and people, but you're not at a part like I'm a millionaire. Like I don't have a flashy watch. Like, look, I got an Apple Watch. That's it. I'm pretty simple like that. I wear suits during the week, but my weekend clothes is Costco and Target. I mean, I'm not, low key on that.
I want to go back to your moments when you were $500,000 in debt. You're switching careers because I know loan officers that are there right now. Yeah. I want to know, how were you feeling and what kept you going?
So right before that, when I started kind of hit bottom out and everything, after just 2 years of getting, because at commercial we weren't shielded from the residential fall, so I got 4 years of getting beat up, not just 2 years, right? Like most people. And one thing I always kept true, I always do a lot of nonprofit work. I've always worked for nonprofit. I have my own nonprofit in Phoenix, the Phoenix Suit Project. Like we raise men's suits to get them back to work. We've collected over 30,000 suits over 5 years to get men back to work. So my nonprofit work's always been important to me because no matter how bad we think we are, Sam, it's this and that, all the problems, go work for someone that's homeless. Go serve somebody food in a food line. Go to something that has nothing, and you realize, okay, I'm just being a little cranny, little bleep. There's work. Pick up your pants, pull up your pants. Let's go. Let's get this thing done. it's just, so when you think you're bad, you keep giving back. I didn't have money to give, but I gave time. So it got me clear. And then when I started on this, I read this prolific book, and it wasn't by Warren Buffett or anybody else like that. Just this little tiny 150-page book called Go for No. And it's a hyperbole story about a sales executive. And he talks, I won't ruin the story, but at the end of the year, they have a big sales award meeting, right? And they give out 2 awards. The award for the top salesman, right? Everybody gets that, right? That's boom. Guess what the second award was for? The most no's. Same guy.
Wow.
It's like Babe Ruth, right? Babe Ruth, what is he known for? Home run king, right? Till the 80s, when there's little asterisks next to, the home run king, they had a little help. But he was the home run king. What else was he number 1 in? Strikeouts. He was overweight. He couldn't run. And if he couldn't hit a home run, he couldn't get on the base, right? So he had the most at bats, or the most swinging for the fences every time. So I decided when I started back when I got into lending, that I would dial every single day, Sam, until I got 40 people to pick up the phone and tell me, no, I won't meet with you. Which, trust me, when you're a new loan officer, it's not that hard. It's pretty easy to get turned down. But thick skin, don't worry about the no's, just keep. But if you said, okay, I'll keep calling until I got 3 yeses for the day. Well, of those 3 yeses, one's going to cancel on you. The other one's just going to be a no-show. And the other one's going to ghost you and just not, just never get back to you to set up a time. So don't look for the yeses, look for the no's. But then I got 1 yes, then 3, then 5, then 7 yesterday, then 10. And it got to be so much, I still never quit the 40 no's for an entire year. Sometimes, Sam, that'd be 200 dials. I literally just sat in my corner, and it wasn't like a window corner, guys. It was like drywall corner, like both sides, shoved up against the wall, and just back and forth. I just told them, give me the job. Give me a computer, give me a phone. That's it. That's all I need. And I just dialed and dialed. And these were Excel lists, wasn't even fancy CRMs. And then I started building a CRM, on a Salesforce platform. And now I've built a massive CRM that helps me do all these things. But don't freeze, guys. Don't wait. Oh, when I get a CRM, I'll do that. Just start with Excel and a phone and dial and get comfortable with the no's. Read that book, because I read it every single year. And it reminds me, no is the way to yes every single time. If they say no, it's just no right now. It's not no forever. Don't get your feelings hurt.
You want to get to 10 loans a month, working 25 to 35 hours a week, making anywhere between $500,000 to $1 million a year. I put the complete playbook together for you on my school community. You can find a link to join in the description. Thank you.
That is so good. I love it. I actually don't hear that enough. I know some of the best producers in the industry. I know some of the best recruiters, leaders, coaches, everyone. I haven't heard that in a long time. Just go for the no, and everything else gets taken care of. Who were you calling when you started?
Real estate agents. I literally went to my title company. This is before MMI and all that, and RTR. Literally, I would just get Excel spreadsheets of realtors and just start dialing. And I started where my office was. I would give everybody within a mile, 3 miles, 5 miles, 10 miles, 12 miles, 50 miles, and just started growing out. And I just dialed and dialed and dialed. But the key is, and you can look it up. I never know. It's the internet, right? So you never know. But it says a Harvard study, but you can see the sheet. But they did a study on how many calls it takes to close somebody. And it's that 8th to 10th call that you get people to say yes to. But most people give up after the 1, Sam, or they'll text or send an email like, well, Sam didn't call me back. I don't want to call him again and bug him. Well, if you are calling to touch base, check in, follow up, how was your weekend, or let's grab coffee, you are the problem. You have to have more value than that. And so that's one thing, like what the core has taught me. What's your value proposition? Make sure I have a practice voicemail. I would literally call myself on the way into the office every morning, Sam. Still do quite a bit when I'm this marketing day. And be like, hey, Randall, this is Randall. And, if you giggle at that, then start back over again. Hey, Randall, this is Randall. Hey, I'm just calling to touch. Hey, Randall, this is Randall. Just checking. Oh, my gosh. Got to stop saying this stuff until I get my message right. And making sure tone, cadence, message is on point. Because, again, they hear it from loan officers all day long. And here's another thing, loan officers. Every realtor you call already has a lender. Let that sink in, because you're going to be like, well, Sam's this big guy, but he already has 2 lenders. No kidding. They all did. 100% of the realtors you work with today had a realtor or had a lender when you met them. You won. You beat it out. You got a spot on the team. You're looking for a spot on the bench, guys. That's it. You got to have a bigger value prop. And please, please, please don't make it the 5 loan officer lies. We're the fastest, cheapest rates, every product available. I'm available 24/7. And my underwriter, best friend, approves everything. Or some variant of those lies you tell, thinking you're going to impress these agents with all these products. Man, I am plain vanilla, brother. I am conventional across the board. Like, I would literally have to look up what an FHA upfront funding fee is these days, because I've dialed in on my avatar of what my agents should look like. I mean, not physical, but for me, male 35 to 55, because I can associate with them. And if they're into like the stuff I'm into, flying, guitars, boating, off-roading, live music, things like that I'm into, I can find some common ground with you, Sam, and I can live life with you. Like, we can be friends, as well as, like, one of my top agents is one of my closest friends. And another top agent, I mean, this guy's done over 365 transactions a year for the last 15 years. And I'm seeing him in June. We're going to go hang out at his at his house. He's got a second home. We're going to go to a country concert, all that stuff. We live life together. And that makes all the difference. So when I look at that avatar and I look at the bandwidth of what I'm looking for, like, you know, I have my pay plan capped at $9,000 at 150 basis points, right? So that means a $600,000 loan amount. 600,000 plus 5% is 630. 600,000 plus 20% down would be 720, right? So between 6 and 750, that's my band. So I want to do max. How many houses and what area part of Phoenix are those houses in? Yeah.
I just want to go before, because you said 3 things that I want people to not miss. It was so good. And you're dropping golds here. The first thing that you said was so important. Don't do the lies of I just close fast and smooth. Like, know your value. And I would take it a step further. It's like, what does it mean for the realtor? That is so big. Number 2, practice. Like, if you're an athlete, you practice so you can go perform for 60 minutes. Don't practice on the field. Like, I love this. On the way to work, you're calling yourself to practice. Guys, I just, like, this is so good. Go back and listen to the past 5 minutes. It's just been pure gold. And 3, know who you like working with, but also who will work with you. The version of that I had also very similar, not just with the realtor. I would say to realtors, like, essentially, like, hey, I work really well with men that are between 30 to 45. Don't even give me your, like, women. They don't convert. I can't close them. But your men, I close them really well. And they loved it. They're like, thanks for saying that. Now I know who to send you, and great. And you're right. Every realtor has lenders, just like every person has multiple shoes. Like, you have different shoes for different purposes, sometimes even for different moods. It's okay. Just be the favorite shoes eventually. Like, work your way up to that.
I like that, the favorite shoe. I'm gonna steal that. I'll give you credit, Phil. Like, Sam Abazade says, you got to do this. So, but I think you're right on that. But, and then, you know, so the next step is then find the dollar amount I want to do. And so when I find those neighborhoods that sell 600 to 750, and then I find that the male agents 35 to 55 in there, then I'll do a little cyber stalking, find out what they're into like that. And I can make that connection. Again, one of my best agents, one of my best friends, we play guitar together. So he's into that thing and all that. And all of a sudden now he's one of my top agents. So it just all works out, but we complicate it. Oh, they already have a lender. They already have this. They already have that. We give every excuse in the world, Sam, to not pick up the phone and dial. But the hardest part, and this is the, if you can master this, guys, you can just cut off after this. Thanks, Sam and I, and just check out. Master the mundane. I mean, if you watch stuff on Kobe Bryant, Steph Curry, those guys, you know, they'll go and they'll shoot 100 for, like, Steph Curry. I know after a game or whatever, when I read it, 100 free throws, has to make them all, and 5 of them have to be swishes in a row, or he starts back over. Can you imagine being at 99 and you going off the rim? You're like, 1, 2. He's arguably one of the greatest in the world. But you master the basics of the mundane. That's just a 1, 2, 3 every single day. You do that, it changes everything, guys, because Every job is repetitive. I know we want new and fresh, and we see Instagram and Facebook and all the great lives everybody has, Sam, on there, the Insta lives and the Insta models and all that. It's not true, brother. I mean, it's those quiet guys that just knock it out every single day. Toby was never in the limelight as far as partying and this and life and jets. He was in the gym at 4 o'clock in the morning. When guys were walking in from partying in Vegas, he was on his way into the gym for his first session of 2 to 3 for the day.
It's
So
true.
guys like that have it figured out. So I'm nowhere near that level, but you can learn from them.
You want to get to 10 loans a month, working 25 to 35 hours a week, making anywhere between $500,000 to $1 million a year. I put the complete playbook together for you on my school community. You can find a link to join in the description. Thank you.
I tell people, when you do the work and you're bored and you keep going, you're about to hit 7 figures. Just keep going.
100%. You've got it right on that stuff, but it's hard, man. It's hard to come in and grind every single day and do it. Again, what are we talking about grinding, Sam? Are you and I out there moving piles of rocks from there to there, and then the boss goes, "Oh, sorry, move them back over there"? We're not doing that. What the worst thing we're going to get is a little callus on the end of our finger from clicking the mouse. That's the worst thing that could happen to us today. And we just, we can't. It's too hard. I can't do that. No, I just, there's Matthew McConaughey. He did this great little video on this stuff. He's kind of the man crush out there. I can just listen to him talk. He's like brilliant. He's got the voice. You ever listen to his book Green Lights? Man, that thing, yeah. I mean, yeah. I did that on a cross country trip on a drive. I'm like, man, this is good. But he talks about how he puts it, my old man, I said one time, I can't. And he clenched his teeth and he got mad. He goes, "I'm sorry, you said you're having trouble with." And that hit me. Because how many times a day we say, "I can't do that. I can't get Sam to meet with you. I can't get." No, you're having trouble with. Get that mentality, guys. It changes everything. Because it can be done. No matter what, it can be done. It's going to take time. It's going to take resilience. It can be done. Quit saying I can't. Fix that. Fix the mundane part, man. Everything takes off.
Randall, you're inspiring me. Like, I'm like, good God, like, just talk to me more. I feel so good and inspired. But I want to change gears a little bit, because not only do you work and talk to a lot of loan officers, you talk to the biggest loan officers because you're in core, you're on core. Are you seeing, 2 questions, one strategy work extremely well, and 2, a method of doing it? So for example, with the outreach, are you seeing phone calls or DMs or drop-bys, something work particularly well?
I think the biggest thing that I look at is what we miss. Again, adding value to realtors, and also comes into what we call VIPs or business people, finding those business people out there. So I always ask the loan officer, let's say, you're a full-time loan officer, Sam. I go, so let me ask you this. In the last 2 years, has 100% of your clients got homeowners insurance? Every one of them, right? As a realtor, as a lender, everybody got homeowners insurance. And you probably referred your person that you know, and maybe 10 or 20% of them went with that guy. So I asked, how do the meetings go with the other 80% of those insurance agents, Sam? I assume you met with them, right? No, you just got the information, gave it to your processor so you get the lost payee clause. So you can get paid because you're transactional. You're not relational. You're transactional. And then I don't know about your bank, but at my bank, I have to have tax returns filed to be able to get a loan done, right? Got to file taxes. So I assume you met with all the CPAs, right? No, you did not meet with CPAs. And then if you're a family man, you have a trust setup, right? To protect your family. No, we don't have that. Okay, irresponsible. We need to have a trust, because guys, you know that a will still goes to probate? There's no big, like in a movie, like, and Sam bequeaths onto his family. This. That doesn't happen, guys. A trust protects you. So every one of your clients, every single one, need to be introduced to those 3 people. And I don't ask, I just say, I'm going to. So when I first meet him up front, Sam, hey, Sam, it's great to meet you. I know that Rick over at Remax had referred you over. I love Rick. He's an amazing guy, amazing agent. That guy can find inventory anywhere. He can negotiate better than anybody else I know. I mean, I honor my people, guys, right? First step. Second, I'm going to make 2 professional introductions, because I need to take better care of you than any other loan officer out there or any other realtor out there. I want to make 2 professional introductions. One to my estate planner, because I want you to get educated on a trust. There's a little more to it. We'll keep it short in time. And my insurance person, because, I want to make sure this, also get a quote from your insurance person. So I'm making those 2 introductions up front every single time. So as a loan officer, Sam, if I'm taking in 50 to 60 leads a month, I'm handing out 100 to 120 leads a month. I'm the lead whale. 100% I'm the lead whale, right? So I'm filling other people's businesses. So at some point, after making some deposits, right? Do you think I'm allowed to ask for a withdrawal? If I earn the right to ask for the reward, always earn, ask, reward. Everybody misses these. As a loan officer, if you start doing it, you're going to get a large line of business coming in from the business side. As a loan officer, if you're teaching agents, instead of touching base, checking in, following up, how was your week, and let's grab coffee. Sam, Randall, Nova, hey, I want to help build your business. I build business-to-business channel accounts. I'm going to help you do this. I'm going to get you there. I'm going to show you where you've been missing leads on every single transaction. We're going to get you solid. Teach a man to fish or hand him a fish. You get this. You get these basics down. And then when you call your past clients, don't just check in with them every year. Hey, Sam, when's the last time you heard from your insurance agent? Does he not call you every year to save you money, make sure your coverage is right? Meet my guy. Do you need a new CPA? I've got a ton of them. Did you ever get that trust set up for your family? Let's get that done. Now, if I care about my clients, they will send me leads. They will send their friends and family. So that's where we miss it. We always have our hand out. Give me a lead instead of making deposits and pouring in. We can all change this business. And guess what it costs? Nothing. No fancy CRM, no list, no nothing. Just make the calls, make the connections, truly care about your clients. Do that. That's your hockey stick. That's where a business just goes.
It's
off.
So good. And I want to add one more thing for people listening. One, you got to practice your script, practice identifying opportunities. That's a big part, identifying. And 3, realize that deposit that Randall is talking about, sometimes it's leads, sometimes it's emotional, sometimes it's friendship. Make deposits across all domains, because different people care about different things. Like one of your realtors, I'm sure, will probably love it the most because you say how good he is. And that fills his cup more than anything else. Maybe another realtor really loves it when you guys do a double date. But those are the little deposits that you do it. But going back, everyone wants more leads. Everyone wants to grow their business. Identify opportunities. Identify ways to use what you have to generate leads. You don't have to go buy them, and then hand them out to other whales.
In fact, 100% of the agents over my 13-year career that I've tried to earn their business by handing them a lead up front, guys, listen to me. I do not work with today. All my leads go to my top 5 agents, and they all know that. And the agent's like, well, hey, how can I get leads from you? Get in my top 5. Your top 5 agents are usually 50% plus of your income. You take care of them the most. You don't buy relationships. If you buy a relationship with a lead up front, Sam, that's all they expect the entire time. You didn't teach them to fish. You gave them the fish, and they keep wanting it. So yeah, that's a great point, Sam. You can't do it that way.
Yeah. We're coming on time. I want to shift a little bit, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
You've given a lot of great tactical advice. You, again, are in a unique advantage. Not only do you help loan officers grow their business, you help them financially, you help them with life. Core has created the most millionaires in the industry. What's one final advice and parting word that you have for loan officers?
Whether you coach with us or you coach with somebody else, man, just get professional training. We all went through the same licensing for mortgages and same licensing for real estate. And it really basically, Sam, made us 007. We're licensed to kill or licensed to make someone homeless. You're going to screw up. They didn't teach us anything about how to go hunt. Again, if it's not us, we're not your right thing. Like, people think, oh, the core, they're really hardcore. There are some hardcore people on it, but man, we've busted all the way down, Sam. I literally now, after the first time in 25, like this is our 25th year, 50th summit coming up in 3 weeks. We finally went digital. We put everything online. We literally have an online platform, and it's $99 a month. Here's my cheap plug, right? $99 a month, no contract. Like literally, I mean, if you look at your Amazon account right now, you probably wasted $99 buying dumb stuff this month like that. So listen, you can put 99 bucks into your budget to change, but you have to make a change. I don't care if it's me or anybody else out there. Just get the coaching, get the guidance, get the direction. Quit being excuses of I can't, and just saying I'm having trouble with. and raise your hand and get help. I mean, it's out there, man. No matter what, and I'll leave you with this. Where you're standing now, if you go out 25, 30 miles in any direction, 30 miles out, that's 60-mile diameter. That's 11,000 square miles. Did 25 transactions happen last month? Yes, you just weren't in front of them. And every single month from the year you were born, probably, there's 25 transactions within 30 miles of where you're at. So just don't take the thing that rates are high, inventory is low. It's just something you tell yourself for not producing high. They're there. Just go get them.
That's so good. Randall, thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely, Sam. I appreciate you calling. Always great to connect with you.